Are you one of those who get excited like a child when it comes to a water park? You can't help it, as no summer is complete if the thriller inside you doesn't ride your favorite water slides. However, we can bet after watching this video you might think twice before going to a theme park. So, sit back and hold your heart, because we're going on a tremendously dangerous ride, where we will talk about the top 10 water slides that went terribly wrong. Before we begin the ride, why don't you subscribe to our YouTube channel first? Without further ado, let's get on these scary and giant water slides rides, shall we? Number 10. Horror Ride. People often go to amusement parks to enjoy themselves and are particularly fond of water slides. However, if you have some aquaphobia, you sure know how much scarier is the ride of Australia's Dream World theme park. Do you know, in 2020, an 8-year-old girl went to this water slide with her siblings, but at the end of the ride, her parents found her crying and bleeding in the water pool. Well, that was one of the many horrifying accidents that occurred due to this ride. People assumed that the water pressure was too intense for her, and that is why she got seriously injured. Her family also filed a lawsuit against this park to ban this horror ride. Number 9. Punga Racer Slide. We cannot deny how scary this ride in the Universal Orlando is when we hear about the incidents that have occurred there. Isn't it supposed to be a place where people go to relax and have fun? However, in December 2020, a man named James Bowen went to Universal Orlando with his family. During the slide, he felt dizzy and his head collided with the wall that caused him a fatal injury. He suffered spinal compression and got paralyzed, although he sued Universal Orlando Park, and recently his complaint finally got settled. But still, it can't be worth the pain he and his family had gone through. Number 8. Action Park Water Slide. After watching the famous film Johnny Knoxville, there are not many people who don't know about Action Park Water Slides. However, it has a scary reputation because at least 6 people died in these parks' different water slides. The most dangerous water slide of this park is quite famous because of its deep cannonball loop. It was too deep that no one could pass through, and that's why it was closed after operating it just for one summer. Even the park employees were not willing to ride this dangerous water slide. Number 7. El Dorado Aquatic Water Slide. You must know the funny cartoon character, Homer Simpson, who got stuck in the water slide. Even though it was amusing to watch, how will you react if it happens to you in real life? Well, it has happened to a man named Ryan Kelly at El Dorado Aquatic and Fitness Center. The unfortunate man got stuck in the support pipe of a water slide in Scottsdale, Arizona. According to the police report, a police officer was patrolling the park when he heard a man screaming at midnight, and he assumed that something was definitely wrong. Then, the police officer called the rescue team, and they had to pull apart the pipe to take that man out, but unfortunately, they were too late. However, it's still a mystery how he got stuck in the pipe in the middle of the night. Number 6. Inflatable Water Slide. We can predict our next moment, as 1 minute ago we were enjoying all the blessings of life. Then the next moment our life ends up in inflatable disaster. That is what happened to a woman in Savannah when she was playing with her family and enjoying the water slide. And suddenly, she and her daughter collided while going down the slide. After falling into the pool, the woman couldn't feel her body below her neck. Her husband looked at her, took her to the hospital, but her body had gone paralyzed after the accident. Number 5. Aqualandia Waterpark. Did you ever encounter something unforgettable when you went on a vacation trip? Tell us in the comment box if yes. When we plan a trip with our partner, we make a to-do list where a water park tour is a must. That's what happened to a British man named David, who visited the water park with his girlfriend. The man was only 23 years old when he got into this accident. Everyone gets excited on holidays, and so was David. That's why he was sliding head first at the ride, which itself is a risky attempt. In that split second, his neck broke that significantly impacted her spinal cord, and he became paralyzed for the rest of his life. Number 4. Verruckt Waterslide. This waterslide is no better than a brutal monster who doesn't let anyone come out of his grasp once he get a hold of it. You must have heard the scary story related to this Verruckt waterslide, as a 10-year-old boy named Jakob Schwab died because of this brutal ride. It happened in August of 2016 as the small boy went to this most insane waterslide and bumped his head to the metal pole. That resulted in decapitation, and he died at the same instant. It was the most tragic incident that nobody could forget. After this incident, the ride got closed, but it should not have been built in the first place, as the designer himself claimed that not everyone could survive this dangerous ride. Number 3. Emerald Plunge Slide. Most of us don't understand the worth of life unless we encounter something horrific. Isn't it true? This Emerald Plunge Slide is where a small boy got seriously injured on Memorial Day in 2017. Unfortunately, the kid didn't realize that he was too light to handle the water pressure and suffered a significant loss. His family took legal actions against the manufacturer, and he had to compensate the family with $2.5 million. Although, we assume that people don't learn from mistakes, as the plunge slide was closed for just 1 year and then reopened for the next year, as if nothing happened. Number 2. China Waterpark. Do you know, by just a small default, we could lose our lives in a minute? That's what happened in the Chinese waterpark, as the water slides writing got wrong, resulting in a massive tsunami in the park. In 2019, this news brought a great sensation on social media platforms. Furthermore, more than 44 people got injured and were immediately transferred to the hospital. 5 of them were in serious condition. This horrifying incident reminds us how short our life is, and no one is sure what will happen next. However, life goes on, so should the video. Now, get ready to know about the worst water slide on the list. Number 1. Waterslide of Argentina. People should think twice when they are up to ride water slides. The same is the case with the couple who went on the water slide, but unfortunately, the slide broke midway and the couple crash-landed with deadly injuries. Although, the staff took them to the hospital immediately and the women had to undergo head surgery. In contrast, the boy had a severe leg injury, so he had to stay in the hospital for a long time. The unlucky couple did not get any compensation because the park owner didn't admit his mistake. However, it was clear to everyone who was at fault. So that's it for today's video. So guys, do you enjoy Waterslide? All this scare you out? Do tell us in the comments below to let us know about your unforgettable experience with water slides. Also, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to hit that little bell icon to get notified whenever we post a video. See you in the upcoming videos.